Good morning. You've been going back and forth up and down the motorway and goodness knows what for the last few weeks, haven't you?
I have. It makes a bit of a change from going to Europe. So the last sort of few years, we've now got 133 clubs. This is our 133rd. It's our 101st in the UK. We've got 29 in Europe. The last sort of few years, we've opened clubs in about one in Bury, we've opened in Rugby, Edinburgh, Bicester. And this is our 4th club in 2 years in the UK, which we're really excited about. Dave, in fairness, has sold it to us. He's very passionate about Shrewsbury, as you can tell. So I hope it lives up to everything that Dave's told me. I'm sure it will.
Absolutely. So I guess the question is, from your point of view, why Shrewsbury? What was it about this particular club that made you think this is an investment you wanted?
Yeah, I think there's a number of reasons actually. One is the philosophy of the club. So there's sort of 4 things we look for when we buy a club. The first is we look for range of facilities. Is it just a budget gym? Yeah, we're not really interested in that. It needs to have a number of facilities: tennis, group exercise, a gym, a club room. That's quite important to us, and a swimming pool. And the club's got all of those sort of things, and we think we can add a little bit to that. Secondly, it needs to be sort of premium. You know, we're more in the premium sort of space, and we like towns like Shrewsbury that have got a real history, and where people want to be fit. So it needs to be premium, and the club that Dave's built is premium. We'll continue to invest in that to make sure that it's a good club. Thirdly, it needs to be family. We're not interested really in adult-only clubs. We've got 1 or 2 where we've bought other chains. But really, we're a family business, and we're an inclusive family business, and we want to be part of that. And the Shrewsbury Club is that. And fourthly, and most importantly for us, is clubbiness. It's a bit of a non-word, but it's a word that we use to describe the sort of social heart of the club. And one thing that we love about this club is when you walk in and walk upstairs to the restaurant, it just feels like a lovely place to be, and that's what we like about it.
You mentioned in the news report a couple of weeks ago when the acquisition was announced that you've got investment plans for the new year. What can you tell us about that?
So I can tell you a little bit. We haven't yet finalised it. Actually, I've got a meeting here with our property guys in November. But really, we want to kind of build on what Dave's done with the club, sort of expand out the facilities. One thing that's quite big at the moment is for paddle tennis. Have you heard of paddle tennis? Anybody play paddle tennis?
I've had a go.
Excellent. Okay, so we like paddle tennis. It's the sort of thing that we would like to bring here. It's a very social game again. It's much easier to play than tennis. So that's the sort of thing that we'll invest in around the range. We want to increase the kids' facilities actually. So there's a lot of good work that the team here have done in engaging children in sport, but we want to grow that a little bit more. And we'll invest in the sort of spa side of the business. Wellness is something that is becoming increasingly important, so longevity. People increasingly are thinking about how they keep themselves healthy in later life. Things like paddle help, but also spa treatments and heat rooms and things like that help. So we've got some of that here, but we want to expand on that as well. And hopefully, if the nice people of the planning department let us, we'd like to go on outdoor pool.
How far in the future are we talking for a lot of this? Is this all for next year then, is it?
Yeah, well, we're planning to start in about June next year. So that will be our timeline date, subject to all the appropriate planning regulations. But we hope to start in June next year and have it finished probably March time for next year.
So you mentioned your desire to create a sort of keep the clubbiness atmosphere here. How important, you've got a room full of local businesses here this morning. How important is it to engage and interact and involve the local community in what you do?
Well, heavily. I mean, we obviously buy services locally. We buy some nationally, but we buy some locally. But one of our key strategies, we call it, is do good. So we want to be a business that's known for doing good in the local community, and some clubs are better at that than others. Dave and Alvin and the club here have been particularly good at that, I think, in terms of engaging with the local community. And we all want to do that, and we do that through some local charity work. We do some national charities work as well. So we do all the sort of big ticket events, but actually locally we want to support some local charities. We particularly support an organisation called Change Please, who are interested in, they actually sell coffee, and the coffee brand that we're putting here eventually will be called Change Please. And they support homeless people, getting homeless people off the street. They'll buy them a coffee cart, enable them to sell coffee locally and give them a bit of a business. So we can we help with that, and we recruit some of their people that have been homeless and coming to the club. But in terms of local business as well, Dave's done an amazing job. I've never known anyone so enthusiastic about town as Dave, and obviously building this event as well and engaging with so many businesses. We'll look to carry that on as much as we can and be a good member of the community. That's what we want to do.
Exciting times then. You're looking forward to getting stuck in here?
I am looking forward to get stuck in. It's a fantastic club, and actually the people here have been great. The team have been great. Anyone we've met in the local community has been really helpful and supportive. It's a challenge to get up here, but it's good to be here, and it makes a change from. Dave mentioned the event being in Barcelona last week. We've got 2 clubs in Barcelona, which I also look after, which are slightly easier to get to than getting to Shrewsbury. But I'm looking forward to working up here a little bit more, and particularly to the event on Friday night in here, the black tie event. So it'll be lovely to be back for that.
The weather's much nicer in Shrewsbury than Barcelona. You're better off up here, so, don't you think?
Well, the first time I came here, I had to go outdoors to buy a new coat, and actually that would have worked well in Barcelona because they've had a drought for the last sort of few months, so it's never quite perfect, is it? But it's a great. Last time I was here, it's beautiful sunny, and it's a fantastic place to be. So, thank you for making us feel welcome, and we hope that we'll be able to contribute to the club as David Norman and as individuals here as well.
We look forward to seeing lots more of you over the coming months. Let's say a big thanks to Bruce Gardner from David Lloyd.